Good morning, Northridge Kindergarten friends. Miss Scudiero here for another math lesson. Today, our math lesson is called Big Umbrella. So let's see what we're going to learn all about today, friends. Today's learning target is I can solve subtraction stories with partners up to 5. So we're going to continue doing subtraction stories like we did the week before. For today's lesson, friends, what you will need is 5 counters. Now, this can be 5 pennies from your house, 5 pieces of dry cereal like Kix or Cheerios. It could even be buttons, jelly beans, anything you have around your house. You can gather 5 of the same item of. Now, before we get started, friends, what I would like you to do is please press pause right here so you have a chance to gather your materials. And then when you're ready, please unpause and let's begin. Now, last Tuesday, boys and girls, I know I showed you how to solve addition number stories on a number path. So today, I want to show you how we can use a number path to also help us solve subtraction number stories. Now remember, even though, boys and girls, I'm going to be showing you how I solve on a number path, I want you at home to still work with your 5 counters when you are solving your number stories and when you go to create them at the end. So let's get started. For our first problem today, there were 5 kids under the umbrella. 1 left to jump in the puddle. How many kids are left under the umbrella now? Well, boys and girls, so first things first is we have to go back to the problem and think. It says there are 5 kids under the umbrella. So how many counters do you think we should put down? Let's look. 5 kids, so that means 5 counters. Good job. So while you are putting your 5 counters down, I'm going to be doing the work on the number path just like last week. So I'm going to be circling numbers 1 through 5 on the number path to show that that is 5 friends together under the umbrella. Now, after those 5 counters are down, let's go back to the problem. It says 1 left to jump in the puddle. So we need to say bye. So I want you to take how many counters away? 1. Good job. So now you're going to take 1 counter away, boys and girls, and I'm going to cross out 1 number. Now, when we're crossing out numbers, we always start on the right side. Just like when we take away counters, we always take from the right. So I'm going to cross out the number 5. Now for our next step, friends, we have to see how many are left. So I want you to count up your counters. Tell me, how many do you have left? 4. Good job. You should have 4 counters left. And also, boys and girls, if we were doing this all together on the number path, if you look at the number path, there's also 4 boxes left. So that means there are 4 friends left under the umbrella. Nice work. Let's try another one. For our next problem today, friends, there were 4 kids under the umbrella. 2 left to jump in the puddle. How many kids are left under the umbrella now? Well, remember, the first thing we have to do is we have to think, how many counters are you going to start off with? So let's go back to the problem and look. It says there were 4 kids under the umbrella. So that means we should start off with how many counters? 4. Good job. So, boys and girls, while you are putting down your 4 counters, I am going to circle numbers 1 through 4 on our number path to represent 4 kids together. Next, we need to see the next part of our problem. 2 left to jump in the puddle. So that means we have to say bye to 2 friends. So what that means is, how many counters are we going to take away? I want you to turn and talk and tell somebody you are with right now at home how many you're going to take away. 2. Good job. Give yourself a pat on the back if you told them 2. So first, let's take 1 away. You're going to pull 1 and drag it to the right, and I'm going to cross 1 off. Ready? Drag it to the right, and I'm going to cross it off. Now, you're going to drag another one to the right, and I'm going to cross it off. Good job, friends. So now, I want you to count how many counters you have left. Let's count together. 1, 2. Good job. So I have 2 numbers on my number path left, and you have 2 counters left, boys and girls. Now let's try one more. In our third problem together today, boys and girls, it says, there were 3 kids under the umbrella. 2 left to jump in the puddle. How many kids are left under the umbrella now? So remember, our first step is to think, how many counters do we need to start with? Let's go look in the problem. It says there were 3 kids under the umbrellas. So that means we should start with how many counters? I'll give you a second to think about it. 3. Nice work, friends. Give yourself a pat on the back if you said 3. And while you place those 3 counters in front of you, I'm going to circle on my number path numbers 1 through 3 to represent 3 kids together. Now, our next step is to see how many we are going to be taking away. Let's go look back in the problem. It says 2 left to jump in the puddle. So we need to say bye to 2 kids or 2 counters. So now I want you to take 1 counter and slide to the right while I cross 1 number off my number path. Ready? Slide to the right. Good job. Are we done now? No, you're right. We need to do 1 more. So I'm going to cross out the next number, and you're going to slide another one to the right. Bye. Now, boys and girls, our final step. We need to answer our question, how many kids are left of the umbrella now? So you're going to count your counter, and I'm going to look at my number path. You should have how many counters left? 1. Nice work. If you said 1, please pat yourself on the back. And also, boys and girls, if you look at my number path, you will realize 1 is the only number I have left. So that means we are both correct. Now it is your turn. Let's see what you can do. There were 4 kids under the umbrella. 1 left to jump in the puddle. How many kids are left under the umbrella now, boys and girls? So, first things first, let's go back to the problem and reread our first sentence. There were 4 kids under the umbrella. So again, I want you to turn and talk and tell somebody you're with how many counters you should start off with. I will give you a second. You should have told them 4. If you did, give yourself a nice pat on the back again. Nice work. So while you put those 4 down, I'm going to circle 1 through what? 4. You're right, boys and girls. I should circle the numbers 1 through 4 to show there are 4 friends together. Next, we have to figure out how many friends are we going to say bye to. Let's go back to the problem. It says 1 left to jump in the puddle. So that means we need to say bye to how many friends? 1. Nice work, friends. So I want you to slide 1 to the right, and I'm going to cross 1 off on the right. Ready? Go. Good job. Now for the next step to find out how many are left, I want you to count up how many counters you have left. And I'm going to look at my number path and think about it. You should have said 3. If you have 3 counters left, give yourself a nice pat on the back, boys and girls. And if we notice on my number path, I also have numbers 1 through 3 left, meaning we are both correct. It is now time for your independent work. For today's independent work, friends, you are going to look at this picture and you're going to create your very own subtraction story. What you will then need to do is you will need to post a video to your classroom seesaw account with you telling a subtraction story to teacher and you solving it. We cannot wait to hear all your stories and wish you the best of luck.